Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into tonight's film session. Tonight we'll be breaking down the offensive tackles and the handful of guys that I believe will be contending for the offensive tackle positions at the University of Georgia come September 7th when the Dogs take on the Virginia Cavaliers. A couple guys we'll be looking at tonight: Jamar Esau, Xavier TRUSS, Warren Mcclendon, Tate Ratledge, and Broderick Jones. Owen Condon not going to be pictured tonight. Neither is Chad Lindbergh and a couple of other tackles that may or may not be on roster. But the guys we're going to break down tonight, you will be all filled in and informed on after the session. We're going to learn a lot about these guys, who they are as football players, and maybe some areas of improvement that they could work on before next season. But before we get into that, man, we got to take care of the business. However you guys found this, man, we appreciate you first for being here. Again, hope you learned something tonight or today whenever you're watching this evergreen material here over on the channel. But if you would, please give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe if you're not already, and share, man. Hit that share button. Send it to wherever you want to, just as long as people are learning and getting back to the channel and subscribing. We appreciate you guys for doing that. Without further ado, we will get into tonight's film session. As always, follow me on Twitter at BrooksAustinSI, and you can always check out the great print work over there on SI.com, SI's Bulldog Maven. That's SI.com/college/Georgia. We'll see you on the other side. We're going to start with Jamar Esau, former five-star out of Pace Academy, 6'4", 325 pounds. Former offensive guard, number one guard in the country coming out of high school. Fun fact, he and Andrew Thomas, think about this, he and first-round draft pick Andrew Thomas were on the same single-A private high school football team and same offensive line. Think about that. Imagine playing that on Friday nights. Anyways, but we're going to take a look at what he does best and maybe some areas of improvement moving forward for him. But first thing, not first thing, we're midway through the second here, but we're showing you this rep first because I think this was one of his better reps in the Sugar Bowl. You're going to see something that you wouldn't imagine you'd see when you turn on the tape of a guy making his first career start at right tackle at the Division I level and then the Sugar Bowl nonetheless. But here you're going to take a good look at what I call just a good hand replacement. What he's going to notice is he's going to see the hand fake, the fade right here. Watch him pull his hands back because he identifies a hand game. Look, defense lineman's trying to strike his hands down and maybe potentially hit an inside rip or get his just hands down in general and run this edge here. Jamar going to do a good job of pulling his hands back and then firing and striking and getting a good jab, creating space there, and then locking on and making that guy go inside. Look, the guy he made his mind up early in this rep. He wanted to go inside, but Jamari shuts it down with a good hand fade because the guy expected to land right here, boom, and then you pull the hands back and reset right there. Just a good rep from a guy who otherwise, is pretty much getting his feet wet here at the tackle position. And moving forward, we'll show you what he can improve on again and, what I think he's really, really good at. I think this is where you do see a little bit of the offensive guard background. You don't see necessarily a guy in Jamari that is quite experienced, though he's played a lot of fill-in roles at tackle this year. You don't see a guy that really trusts his set in the heat of the moment, right? He's midway through the first half of this football game. He's seen James Lynch right here, and what a tough task it is, right? You get thrown into the fire, your first career start, go out there, handle number 93. One of the best defenders in the Big 12. Go out there and handle him for the majority of these football snaps. They lined up 93 over Jamari on his first in his first start. And here you see it. He's kind of going to get spun around here. But what you're going to see is a guy again who doesn't he doesn't really trust his set anymore. You've seen to the point now where he gets to a point where right now, see how his shoulders are turned. He's already faced down this line. Awesome that the 50-yard line just so happens to be here. See how this is going this way, and Jamari's shoulders are literally at a 90-degree angle, making an L with the 50-yard line. That's bad, okay? See how these guys over here are still in their set. Now, granted, I think they're running a game up at the top, or at least trying to, or a scheme up here, or maybe they're just getting whooped that bad. Yeah, they're just getting whooped that bad. This guy's trying to fight in, but Cade's staying heavy on his inside foot. But both of these guys are not trusting their set. You got to keep your shoulders at a 45-degree angle. It's hard to to look at it on screen here, but what you don't need to be doing is facing directly towards the sideline. If anything, you want to have your chest and eyes facing more on this angle to protect both the outside move and the inside move. It's offensive line play 101, but there you see the result of it. This is why you can't bail out on your pass set. Once you get to this point, once you get your shoulders turned, James Lynch is a good enough pass rusher where he is going to turn inside and have you spinning like that right there. Okay, we've lost the rep at that point. They get the ball off, obviously, because the left side's winning so bad. But a three-man rush, and Jamari just not quite trusting his set at this point and trying to run him by a little bit too early. I want to see you get another kick in or two at that point, number 69. You know, Jamari will have thousands of reps this offseason to figure out his pass set and figure out his footwork out there on the edge. And, you know, because he is an offensive guard coming from, you know, an offensive guard background, moving out to tackle now in college, and he's probably going to get a shot at playing left as well, considering the depth heading into this spring, I would imagine. They'll be rotating in and out anyways. But one thing you know, no matter what, whether he's going to be the nation's best pass setter, probably not. Whether or not it's going to look the best, no. But one thing you do know, he's going to be plenty enough of an athlete to run counter like you're going to see on this clip right here. Something that Matt Lukes asked his offensive lineman to do in his pass, so is Todd Monken and, you know, Buster Faulkner as well. But what you're going to see here is they're running counter, but into an odd front. So what's going to happen is they're going to leave this in man on the line of scrimmage for the guard. They're going to try to pull and kick him and then pull and wrap Jamari here for the first inside linebacker in the box, which is this defender right here. Safety on the hash up here. You can't hardly see him. He's in the logo. He's going to add on into the box. He's responsible. The back's responsible for him. All right, take a look at it. One thing you're going to know, Warren's going to do a good job here. Jamari's going to do a good job here, but the defense is going to do a really, really good job and play a better rep. That's why they're going to win the rep, and we'll walk you through that. But we're really here to watch Jamari and the athleticism that's on display and the ability for him to be able to run counter and run it effectively. Just watch. Okay, first thing to note, defensive end doing a good job right here. He's identified counter. He's identified some type of trap. He knows a pulling guard or tackle is coming his way, or both in this scenario. So he's gotten down the line of scrimmage. We call this a turn and spill. He's turned his shoulders down the line of scrimmage, and now he's going to blow up the inside leg and inside shoulder of this pulling guard who would typically be kicking him out instead of logging him. We've talked about this in previous episodes. Warren doing a good job logging him here. But what this causes your tackle to do is adjust on the fly and play like an athlete in space. Be a 325-pound athlete at 6'4" like Jamari is. And you're going to see him wrap around and boom, flip his hips. While he's, I mean, look at this. This is incredible. Look at the skip pull and then spinning the hips around, identifying your guy and getting locked on. I'm calling this a win for number 69 right here, okay? Because here's why. He did not bail on his assignment, even though the safety's playing like a bat out of hell, doing a great job getting down and adding on into the box because you're responsible here. But anyways, Jamari doing a good job getting locked onto his guy. Back's got to be responsible for one. We talk about that all the time here on this channel. I'm a firm believer in it because I'm a firm defender of the offensive alignment. But good job here by Jamari, adjusting on the fly, using his athleticism, doing something he's going to get asked to do a lot, I believe, moving forward at Georgia. We're taking a look at number 73, Big TRUSS. Xavier TRUSS, 6'7", 330 pounds, kid out of Rhode Island. Look, man, first snap in I don't know how many games. Guy ain't played since Arkansas State, right? Ain't played since the last blowout. It's typically how it works when you're a freshman and you're set for a red shirt, right? For what it's worth, Warren Mcclendon got the blowout playing time. Well, not blowout, but the, you know, safety playing time, the we're up big playing time in the Sugar Bowl. Xavier TRUSS did not. For whatever that was, you know, take it with a grain of salt, whatever that is. You could say it's because, you know, even though all the word out of camp during the year was that 73 had the best practice year from all the young tackles, that was the word, but Warren Mcclendon got the playing time after the 12, 13 so odd practices, most recent practices headed into the Sugar Bowl. Again, take that for what it's worth. We've got a whole off season for these guys to figure it out. But one thing I'm going to tell you what, number 73 is, excited to say the least to be on the football field up 45-7 against the in-state rival in Georgia Tech. Again, kid out of Rhode Island was obviously the number one player in the state. And again, first rep in a long time, and you're going to see a guy who's out here headhunting. Watch him come off the ball. Look at him firing off the ball. Look, man, I know he doesn't receive contact immediately at the point of attack like everybody else, but there is one guy, especially right here, that is standing out amongst the rest. And it's number 73, who's just running his track. They're running inside zone this way, and number 73 is just running his track. And what he's going to find is this guy back here on the backside, looks to be on the backside shoulder of the center, is rapping, who's Warren Erickson, by the way, who ended up playing in the Sugar Bowl at guard. But anyways, this guy's rapping while this guy's slanting this way. They're running a little game here on 1st and 10, and this dude's going to find a problem with Warren Erickson, and look where they end up. Look, his feet get stepped all over, but again, there is a group, two people standing out right now, and it's John Fitzpatrick and Xavier TRUSS right here moving their guys out of the screen. Look, man, defensive lineman knew. Watch him. That's how you know defensive lineman just got whooped. Man, see him move his arms? Watch him. He says, crap, man. Coach seen that on film. We gonna be like, hey, man, look where you at. We on ESPN. We playing Georgia. We down 45-7, and you 4 yards down the line of scrimmage. Yep. Sorry, Coach. Big TRUSS is a big dude. All right. I'm sold. Doesn't take long to sell me when you got clips like this. This is offensive line 101. My Lanta. I mean, Coach, I gotta throw the flag for excessive blocking on number 73. He's just trying too hard, man. He's out here working harder than everybody else. And okay, and another thing, look how strong he is. Okay, guys, all his job is right here is to dig this guy out. Your job is this left tackle on this design play. They're just trying to run the ball right here up in the middle, trying to occupy. Look at the hole in the defense, okay? Look where it's at. It's in DeAndre Swift just hurt his shoulder again. They're trying to get to this hole right here, running split zone, and this is where the cutback is. All his job is to do is either run this guy on this track or get him outside and create a lane. And Big TRUSS is just going to throw this guy out here. And then, all right, you want to lay on the ground? Well, guess what? You're going to stay on the ground, and I'm going to end up on top of you. And then referee probably going to have to get in between us because I'm burying you. I love this kind of physicality. And this dude plays hard, man. Hear me out, Big TRUSS. I know this is your first rep against Arkansas State. I know this guy's little. I know you're a big brawler. But let's keep our head out. We don't have to lean. I mean, you're bigger than this guy almost in your stance than he is, fully standing up. I mean, of course he's going to slap a move on you. He's going to spin, okay? He's going to put you on your feet or on your face, okay? You don't have to lean, okay? Don't get your head in there. Keep your head out, okay? That is a losing proposition for a 6'7", 330-pound tackle going up against a guy who looks like he about 5'10", and it's already 48 to nothing. And, he's just back in the game. But he makes a tackle for a 2-yard gain because you got your head in. Get your head out. Keep it out. You're big. Stay big. Look, I'm here to evaluate Owen Condon up here at the top of the screen. But I just can't stop watching number 73. He keeps popping off the tape. And it's for reasons like this. Where's that guy going? What did he do? I'll tell you what he did. He tried to fight inside. My job is to make this guy run the what do we call this? Run the table, whatever. Run the route, run the tree, run the hoop, as the coach would call it. Defensive lineman put them big circle hoops in practice and bend and work on running the hoop. Well, make him run the hoop. Don't let him go front side. Don't let him get inside the hole. Well, he's going to try. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to run the hell out of our feet. We're going to play with more effort than anybody else on the field, and we're going to take him home and outside the screen. And quite frankly, I don't want to know what happened back here. But again, I came for the right tackle. I stayed for the left tackle. And I just, I can't, I got to point this stuff out when I see it. Again, but a 2-yard gain, forward momentum stop, that looks way worse than it is. But 73 continuously popping off the tape. I mean, we're all friends here, right? I mean, we're a couple of, shows in here. We got some avid, almost 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. So we obviously got some friends here. And this is a safe space. It's a comfortable place. And we can talk about, a man's body from a physical football perspective and not be weird about it. But let's get weird for a second. Warren Mcclendon, big old booty on this guy. Look at the bottom half on number 70 right here. This is a guy with a powerful lower half, okay? Bubble butt, offensive lineman, thick hips, all we're going to say, okay? We're going to take some look at the reps. He's playing hard. He's driving. But all you need to know is the physical stature is there. This is a Division I tackle. That is what a body looks like and supposed to look like. And this is him as a true freshman. Got a good red shirt in here. I mean, quite honestly, he looks like a spitting image of Andrew Thomas right there as a true freshman. Gosh, dang thick from the bottom half. That's THICC thick right there. Young offensive lineman, just because you big doesn't mean that these middle linebackers don't want that smoke. Let me tell you something right now. It's your first college start. Warren Mcclendon, not college start, excuse me, but your first extended college playing time right here at a Division I level. And just because this is Murray State, just because they're up 63-17, don't mean this dude won't come try to take your head off right here on this rep. Just trying to run a tunnel screen up here, and wham! I'm telling you right now, 40 is bringing the wood to Warren Mcclendon right here. Got it all matched up. This guy's supposed to be on him. Number 1 receiver supposed to be on him. Right tackle supposed to take care of 2 right here. Get the defensive end, push him inside. We've gotten that job done, right? Warren does a good job making this defensive end go upfield. Boom, get him inside. Now we get our eyes locked on the first inside linebacker. But you better bring something when you get there. Don't be catching this guy. Get him in your alleyway, get him in your parking lane, and go hit him. Don't take it off the chin like number 70 did right here. Get ready to play football. This is Saturday in Athens, right? Wham. 40 wanted all of that. All right, Brooks, go find me 2 clips of Tate Ratledge that completely define who he is as an offensive lineman. Deal. I got you right here, back-to-back reps at the opening, courtesy of our friends over at Dog Nation. How about these daggum reps? Planted on your butt right there. Tate Ratledge playing physical. I mean, talk about finishing the rep. I mean, he's won the rep right here, and you sit down, and this rep right here is phenomenal from the kid out of Darlington School. I mean, dude, what? All right, actually, it's the third rep I'm really, really impressed with. Okay, this guy's giving him a little something. These guys been jawing back and forth for a little bit right here. You can see Tate's a little angry. All right, tried to throw him out the club right here, driving him out the screen. Coach come in here smiling, trying to make him smile, say, hey, man, take it easy on buddy. Take it easy on buddy. We're going to give you one more rep right here, Tate. Don't kill the kid. All right, Coach, no promises. All right, so Tate's going to – all right, so just one rule here, one-on-ones. There ain't no ball. I mean, there is a ball, but there ain't no cadence out here. You're supposed to be playing off a first move here from Tate. So when he does that, he's expecting the defensive lineman to move. Defensive lineman never moves. All right, boom, next rep. Uh-oh. Yes, sir. I love that right there. The offensive lineman always, sometimes, man, you got to be an alpha. This is an alpha right here. All right? This is what I love about this dude. Every camp he would go to, Tate Ratledge would be the last rep. When they went to the opening, the Nike opening at the end of the year, guess who was the last one? I'm going to bury him again. Guess who was the last one to take a rep? Tate Ratledge. When Tate Ratledge went to the Army All-American or the Adidas All-American game this year, guess who took every rep he could against Brian Brzee? This guy right here. Guess who plays physical every time he gets on the football field? This guy right here. I mean, I can't say enough about the tape every time I turn it on. Never seen the guy take, a rep off or playing non-physical. It's just not his brand of football. pair that with a 6'6.5", almost 6'7", and an athlete, a former tight end. And again, okay, caught leaning there, but that's okay. First rep I saw him lose. I'm telling you, if you told me he'd only been playing the position 2 years, I'd tell you, look at the pass set. It looks like he's been playing it for 20. Just look how fluid and how easy it looks. Just no heel click, always got space, never lets the other guy get in on his chest. Even with his hands down, look, his hands are down. Look how casual he is. Now, he'll learn to fix this in college because guys will get on him quicker, but it doesn't matter. Once he gets hands on, it's over with anyways. But just look at the footwork here. Again, this is a guy who's only been playing in 2 years, but his feet never click. He never bails out. Look at the next rep. The next rep's just as clean. 2 of the best pass set reps you'll see. Heels never click. I know we look like we offsides a little bit here, but even when it looks like a guy may have his beat, the feet never cross over from Jones here, man. I'm telling you, this is special stuff from a high school kid who's really new to the position for the most part. I've been on record saying he's a raw talent, and he is. Just look at the hands. That's all that's left here on this rep. But, great stuff, and, he's going to be a great talent wherever he ends up. Man alive, I really had high hopes for this play from Bro Derek Jones right here, man. So if you know anything about this guy right here, at this point right now in this football play that this athlete right here at 6'5", 200 and let's call it 95 pounds is about to show you something that is freakish. And for a second you're going to see it, and you hope it's going to culminate with him just blowing up and destroying this corner. Unfortunately, the guy just kind of runs out of his way and makes a business decision. But you are going to see everything on display other than, a death and a body over here caught. But again, we see screen. Bro, Derek Jones about to be out here in space running somebody down. And look at the burst. And again, tight-hipped a little bit. The breakdown wasn't beautiful, but the speed initial burst and making that guy cut up underneath is all it really takes, right? You spring a good athlete for a good run after the catch, all because you're terrifying, and this corner's making business decisions in an all-star game, as he should. But again, you see what he can do in space, and this is what I'm excited to see wherever he goes and wherever he ends up committing. All right, that is our show for tonight. One thing we're going to be starting here on the channel, every time we watch film from now on, whether it's a positional breakdown or a player spotlight, the one guy we feel like wins the film session, we're going to close with a special picture and a little bio about him, man. Xavier TRUSS wins the film session tonight. A guy that continuously popped off the tape every single time I turned it on, whether or not I was there to watch the right tackle or whether or not I was there to watch the upcoming redshirt freshman. Coming into tonight's film session, I really thought one of the true freshmen was going to have to compete for a tackle spot, and Jamar Esau was going to inevitably have to try to give it a shot at left tackle. But to be honest with you, I think this guy's going to have a chance to start come opening day after, watching a handful of his games. Only played in 4 this year. Maybe actually only played in 3, but played extremely well in all of them, and as well practiced really, really well all season. So our MVP of tonight's film session, Big TRUSS, Xavier TRUSS, number 73, out of Rhode Island, and that is our MVP of the night. We appreciate you guys for listening. Also the MVP, the audience, you guys, for tuning in, watching, learning with us, and listening to me gab all night about offensive line play. Last one, hopefully for a while. We won't be talking offensive linemen for a little bit. We'll be moving on to outside receivers, the big guys on the outside that make plays, such as George Pickens. So you'll get to hear me, rant and rave about George Pickens some more. But MVP of the night, Xavier TRUSS. Secondary MVP, you guys, and really want to be the MVP, head on over to Bulldog Maven and check out all of our print work if you didn't find this video on an article. And if you don't mind, follow me on Twitter at BrooksAustinSI. And with that being said, we'll send you guys packing. Thanks for coming.